My name is Frankie, and welcome to Tabletop Tuesday. Tonight, we're playing City of Mist. And, gentlemen, let's introduce ourselves.
And characters. So my name is Tim. My character's name is Chloe Neptune. Her mythos is Jean Grey, and her logos is a private eye.
My name's John. I'm playing J.R. Wild. My mythos is Hiro Nakamura, and my logos is I'm a professional poker player.
I'm Jordan. My character's name is Rhett Lancer. My mythos is Gambit, and my logos is a private eye as well.
I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Danica Obel. Her mythos is the River Styx, and her logos is a mortician.
Wonderful. So this is part 2 of our City of Mist campaign titled The Beginning of Truth. And so for just a little bit of recap, in our last session, first of all, our players all kind of got to know one another a little bit. They all are part of a motorcycle gang.
Crew.
Yeah, if you will. Gentlemen, real fast, describe. I want to know a little bit about your motorcycles before we get started. Chloe, tell me about yours.
So I have a black Ninja. It's very classic, very fast, kind of the way Chloe rolls, and very stealthy because it's black. So into the night.
Mine's a classic Indian motorcycle, but I've taken it to Oasis Choppers to get it souped up because I have a ton of money, and it has to look...
I have this beat up Dark Horse. It's also an Indian motorcycle, but it was passed down to me by my dad. It is just running on. I've learned a little bit how to take care of it, but it is barely holding together.
Danica rides a very practical but powerful Ducati. It's not flashy, and
Is it jet black?
It's dark in color,
Like your soul?
No, nothing like that. It's dark in color. It's as nondescript as possible, but she appreciates the fine Italian mechanics of the bike.
So, in our last session, we encountered a body which was thrown literally through. I mean, the hole of the out from the building wall was enormous, through the 3rd story of the Oasis Library. The body was then sent to Danica, from which she performed an autopsy and found a cell phone lodged in her ribs, real deep down in there, from which Danica then was able to read a text message saying that there was a mission that needed to be completed at the library. So this aroused some suspicion, and from which JR, Chloe, and Rhett all made their way, and also Danica, all made their way to the library, in fact. We encountered Benjamin Hathaway, who's a detective, kind of a clumsy but very aware, rather young detective. He is currently looking for his badge somewhere in his cruiser. What he doesn't know is that JR was able to pickpocket the badge from him, which allowed Rhett, who had a mighty difficult time getting past Benjamin, allowing Rhett to get past Benjamin and into the library. Now, Chloe had a much easier time. She snuck right past Benjamin through the side wall of the library, in which case she was then met by Gretchen McCafferty, the sweetest young, older lady, I should say, who is from Melrose.
Of course she is.
Yeah. And in an attempt to figure out what had gone on in the library earlier, Chloe used her powers of not mind control, but read Gretchen's mind, and discovered that there were 2 figures who were in the library attempting to move to the 3rd story of the library. Gretchen wouldn't let them past, and that was where the vision ended. I believe they were also seen kind of going into the 3rd story, and the vision ended there. And that's where our story now picks up. Okay? I'm going to start with Danica. Danica, you, right prior to this, right before the session ended, you saw the 2 figures now kind of skulking in the shadows a little bit. You kind of tipped your hat. You kind of let them know you were there. They know you're there, but they want you to know vice versa. They don't really care. What do you do now?
I'm trying to remember if last time I think I texted Chloe that I was out front.
You did.
And then I'm hanging out on my bike, watching the Benny Hill routine with Rhett and Benjamin. Him trying to get by and just kind of watch it. I know Rhett. We've worked together in the past, with some of his investigations. But it seems like he's taking care of the problem. I'm waiting outside. I don't really want to go into the library because I know it's after hours. It's not my deal. These rough and tumble miscreants, all, they're just the dregs of society. Like, I have the nice day job, and I do want to keep a little bit of distance between myself and them, as much as like professionally possible.
But we bring her work though.
Yeah. So I think Danica's just gonna stay. She's just gonna stay outside with her bike, keeping an eye on the two shadowy figures if they're still hanging around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the shadowy figures are kind of hanging around. You guys are sort of making your way into the library. Before I go to you, Benjamin has his big flashlight, and he's searching through his cruiser, and he kind of looks up and he sees you, and he kind of smiles, and he kind of looks out and he says, Danica, trying to get your attention. Mm-hmm. What do you do when he?
I'll look over and like flip up my visor,
okay.
My helmet.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like make any verbal contact, but I'll let him know that I heard him and yeah.
Okay. So as he kind of understands that you recognize him, he comes out from his his cruiser.
That's how they roll in the city.
and he starts to walk towards you. As he's walking towards you, it starts to get a little bit cloudy. And then I'm going to go to JR. JR, what's going on with you?
Can I use a clue?
Sure. Who? Yeah.
I want to ask the MC a question.
Okay.
Are the dark figures involved in the murder?
Yes, they are involved in the murder.
Do we all know about the dark figures? Or just
No.
Danica?
So far, just Danica and
me.
Unless JR was made aware of their presence as he was also outside of the...
I did see them.
Okay.
So
We'll
previously saw them.
Okay. I mean, everybody was outside at some point.
The only one that might not know is Chloe.
He knows because...
I saw the vision.
Okay, then we're next to each other.
Yeah. Oh, and we were next to each other.
So
yeah.
I'll tell Rhett.
Cool. Thank
There's
you.
some shady mofos over there.
Cool.
They don't... Like, let's say this. You saw two figures kind of as you're going into the library.
They piqued his interest.
You piqued
Well,
your
when I picked
interest
up the
as you picked
badge,
up the
I saw
badge. But it was a very faint viewing of them, and it just, you started thinking a little bit about the events of today, and it just kind of made you curious. Okay.
Okay.
So you've asked me the clue. What would you like to do now as you're going into the library?
And Danica's just right outside.
Danica's outside. She's hanging on her beach cruiser, on her Ducati.
Okay.
Across the street. Yeah.
Across the street.
I'm just.
Benjamin's
of your beach cruiser.
Benjamin B is making his way over to Danica. He's got a crush. Maybe.
That's not going to end well.
No, it will not.
I also see Danica, and I wave at her. and I go,
Yeah, I throw my visor back down. Like, if I see JR making anything, I'm just like, nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Rhett. Well, do we go to you? So you're kind of now not behind
I'm
JR,
past.
but you're kind of adjacent to him.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
And he just informed me about said figures.
mofos.
Yeah. You know what? What do you think about those people?
I think we could go investigate.
Sure. I'm gonna. Can I see them from where I am at in the library? Because I'm over right now. I'm hot-headed. I'm mad because I've not gotten past. And after hearing about some other shady figures, I'm ready to. I'm ready to point the bull somewhere.
So they're walking towards the side of the building. You are more or less going into the front entrance of the library.
Mm-hmm.
Again, JR has just sort of made you aware of their presence. I don't know how you'd like to let me know. Explain to me how you would investigate them. Or are you just randomly going to go toe to toe on these two guys?
I would like to.
I would think I would address. I would address them and be like, "Hey, you. What are you doing right here?"
Okay.
This is Skylar Merrill over here.
So you try to gain their attention, and they don't even bat you a lash. They don't even look at your way. They just continue to just fade into the darkness of the dark alleyway, and that is sort of making its way into the corner of the library outside, and then kind of reaching sort of to the side wall, which then they'll go down.
I'd like to approach them a little bit closer. I'd like to flash my badge and say, Officer Wild here. Did you guys see what happened?
So you're going to kind of go over
to
Okay.
them, and I'd like to kind of can I use some of my tags?
Yeah. Let's see. So, JR, you can...
I'm going to flash my badge, and I'm going to...
Flash the fake badge.
Yeah.
It's not a fake badge.
It's a real badge.
Yeah. And I'm with him. I'm going to be approaching with him.
Okay, so the two of you now are approaching up to these two
Good
figures.
cut, back up.
I'm a detective. Sorry, I'll be a detective.
Oh, this is gonna be
because
awesome.
I'm in regular clothes.
Same.
So you go up.
I also have my
I flash my badge real quick so they can't even see it. I just go, Officer, Detective Wild here. But we're just doing an investigation. I want to know if you guys saw anything, and I have a couple tags I'd like to use if I can add those.
Sure. What do you, to your tags? What move are you performing?
How I can bluff, and I also can read people and predict people.
So are we trying to convince them, or I'm trying to...
I'm gonna investigate.
We're gonna investigate them. Okay, and to investigate them, we're just trying to get a little bit more information. Is that am I understanding that correctly? Okay, so you say to them, "Hi, I'm Detective Wild. Did you see anything?" It's like, "Oh,
Detective Wild."
Oh, Detective Wild. My name is Garrick Mahoney. Okay. So sorry, I didn't mean to seem creepy or anything like that. What can I help you with your investigation?"
Let's see here.
So you want to investigate. You want to ask Garrick.
Yes, Garrick.
Get some questions, right? So while we go ahead, we're going to roll plus.
Hold on. Before that, do we know what time this incident happened?
The time of the original accident?
Yes.
It was in the afternoon.
Okay.
So still daylight.
It was still daylight at the time.
Okay, so I'd like to ask him, where were you this afternoon? Did you see what happened?
Oh, I did not see what happened. I was taking care of my sick grandmother.
Okay. What's your grandma's name?
Karen.
Karen Mahoney.
Do you have any identification I could see?
Oh, I'm sorry, Officer. Officer J. Benjamin. Detective Benjamin. That's what's this on your badge there. Is that who?
You didn't see my badge.
You showed me the badge though.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Well,
I flashed it. You didn't see it.
Oh, sure enough. Fair enough.
Where do you live in the town of Oasis?
Where do I live?
Can I have your address?
Oh, sure. Sure. It's 24781.
Fake Street?
Alicia Parkway.
I wonder where that is.
Let's keep it rolling, buddy.
So, what were you doing on the third floor of the library?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say I was on the third story of the library. I was taking care of my grandmother, Karen.
Oh. I didn't know your grandma was close. That's good to know.
Oh, it's not that close, but I made it over here. after that was going to the grocery store. It was a really great farmer's market. I like to get some fresh produce whenever I can.
That's anything else to say, Rhett?
I start
going
cracking
so
my
well.
knuckles and say, I heard from the library staff that you were in there while it happened, so why are you lying to me? And I'm going to intimidate right now.
Okay. So let's
doing one of them or just
perform
both of
a
them?
What?
You asking just one of them or both of them?
I only know Garrick Mahoney. He's the
okay.
one who's
talking.
addressed himself so far.
right. So as you.
Or is that intimidate / investigation? Is that a further investigation through intimidation?
I think as you are trying to, I think you're trying to convince him more or less, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do a convince.
Okay.
Tell me what you're trying to convince Garrick of.
Oh crap! Well, I'm more so trying to investigate why he's here, and I'm
Trying
trying
to-
to catch him out on a lie.
Okay, so then I guess it's more of an investigate, right?
Yeah,
so
more
let's
of an
go with- So we're investigating Garrick, and we're trying to figure out what's going
What
on.
he's doing here. I'm calling him on a bluff.
Okay. So what power tags are you rolling with?
Oh, I apologize. So I have info by intimidation,
Okay.
and then I seem unhinged, so maybe 2. I'll do 2. My power tags, which might not help me because it looks like I only rolled 6. I rolled 8.
Okay, so we'll roll +2. You're gonna gain 2 clues.
Okay.
Okay. And before we go forward, are there what questions could you ask that are relevant in the situation that I can answer for you, if any?
What was he doing in the library?
Garrick was not in the library.
Okay. What is his involvement in this case?
He is accompanying the other gentleman
Whom we don't know yet.
who you have not addressed yet.
It's really weird. It's a way to tell me nothing.
Can I?
Okay, so then you investigate, and as you get into Garrick's face and you ask, "What was your involvement?" And he's playing it off, right? He's really not giving you anything. You see the other gentleman. The other gentleman is he comes up and he gives you like a chest bump, okay? And it kind of startles you. So I want you to take a startled 1, okay?
Okay.
Do I see this happening? Like, is this happening?
I think it's very plausible that you see this going on because
Okay.
this is like again on the corner where they would maybe make their way down the darker alleyway towards the side of the library. You're sort of across the street, and you had never been you never stopped paying attention to their movement.
Right.
So you see them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm shaken up.
You like because you were just so aggressive.
I didn't
with-
even see this other guy come
You-
up on me.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just kind of like it was
he
just like
behind
a
me?
full, and the weight of it was just a boulder.
Sure.
It wasn't this soft.
Okay.
He's a bigger gentleman, and he kind of would look maybe kind of softer, but it felt like just a rock solid boulder just hit you straight in the chest, and you kind of go backwards.
Does he hit me at all?
No, he doesn't hit you.
But I know what's going
He
on.
kind of flies back behind you.
Okay.
Oh, I get pushed back like a foot or 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Am I able to? Can I activate my mythos?
In which, well, how about we go to Chloe? Chloe.
Yeah, let's do that.
Chloe. So you're with Gretchen.
Yeah,
Gretchen,
what was our last interaction?
Gretchen, you read Gretchen's mind.
I did.
And you got this information. You saw this bigger, heftier gentleman and a smaller one go up to the 3rd story, where the vision ended. Now, when you are in the vicinity of Gretchen, you take details are fuzzy. So that was one negative status that you had. So any any mental rolls are going to be negative. We're going to take a -1 to those, to any moves that you make. So Gretchen is there in front of you, and you come out of your vision, and she's staring at you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, like I'm just gonna peruse around here in the library
Yeah,
because
you can go whatever you want, Zira. You can
gonna
look
sneak
anywhere,
behind some
second,
bookcases.
anywhere on the second story you'd like. Anywhere on the second story. Okay.
Okay, so I'll go second story then.
Okay. So you go to the second story,
Yeah.
and is there anything you'd like to do following that?
Yeah, I think I had a juice from last time,
You had a juice. Okay.
so I can use a juice to get rid of that mental tag.
Okay. So
Right,
we'll spend
so
the
I'll
juice
do that.
to get rid of the tag. Okay.
And then I want to go sneak or like kind of like hide in the corner, like out of Gretchen's like view. And I want to use one of my power tags of telepathy
Okay.
and attention to detail, because what I want to do is that I want to create a psychic link between me and my friends out, because I know they're all here. Some of them weren't hiding very well, and some were trying to sneak behind me, but they got caught.
Totally. So I think.
I didn't get caught.
So I think
Well.
that.
Benjamin caught
So
you.
having using the power of telepathy and linking yourself with your
Yeah, I want to
friends
describe
outside.
my vision, what I saw, because this is fishy as hell.
Okay, so you are going to, I believe, change the game in that case,
Yeah.
right? That's going to give you and your allies definitely an advantage here. So you're going to roll with a, telepathy, right?
Telepathy.
That's +1.
And attention to detail.
And attention to detail, that's 2. So it's a roll +2.
Okay. Don't fail me now, dice. So 10.
8, 10. Cool. So you get, you're going to gain 2 juice, first of all.
Juice. Okay.
And you successfully link minds with JR. Okay, JR
Not
is,
everyone?
is not huh?
Not everyone?
I think in this case you can, if you were able to apply an additional juice, you could prolong the effect or increase or enhance the effect. I think we're kind of need to stick with just the one person right now. But so you link to JR, and what do you tell JR?
I described the vision that I had of the 2 shady men, and the shady, possibly having a sense of some mind stuff going on, either control, persuasion, or puppeteering of some sort, because it doesn't seem like Gretchen's herself.
Okay.
And it's all about these shady figures on the 3rd floor, and that I'm probably gonna head up there, and I'm gonna need backup. So tell everyone.
So there's shady figures on the 3rd floor.
They're
too.
probably still there.
There are no shady figures on the 3rd story. Right?
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
That we know.
Well, I saw
The
them.
vision was. I'm sorry. The vision. I do want to make this clear.
Okay.
The vision was from earlier. You're reading her mind. What
Okay.
she had experienced in the past earlier
Okay.
that day.
Perfect.
So the vision from earlier that day were 2 figures heading up to the 3rd story of the library. Her telling them that they aren't allowed to go up there. That they proceeded to go. She proceeded to follow, and that's where the vision ended.
Okay.
Okay. So you relayed that information to.
Yep, and I tell him to share it
To JR.
with everyone that's with all my friends, like to share it when he can.
When he can. Right now, he's in the middle of a scuffle.
I'm not scuffling nothing yet.
Danica, you see JR, you see Rhett. Now, Rhett is always finding himself in the middle of something.
Yeah.
What
She's
do you
not
do?
surprised.
So I get off the bike, take off my helmet, and I hey Benji, come with me. Might need your assistance with this one.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of move a little bit closer to him, put my arm around his shoulders, but like in a really younger brother, I'm gonna mess you up if you mess with me too much.
Friend zoning.
Yeah, definitely put him in his place, and just be like, those are 2 of my kind of friends, right? You know Brett?
Rhett, yes. I I wasn't gonna allow him to go into the library earlier, but he seems like a nice guy. If he's your friend, he's my friend too.
I would not go that far,
No.
Benji. You see what's happening right now?
I'm puffing my chest.
There's about to be some bad stuff that goes down. So why don't we hustle on over and try and stop this from getting worse than it is?
Okay. So I believe what we want to do right now is we want to convince Benjamin to help us with the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with Danica, what sort of power tags could we apply that would maybe help?
Is this convince?
Yes, I would say this is a convince, right?
Okay.
I would say that your desire to do good would apply.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wants to do good. It's probably the only thing.
Yeah. Okay. So let's roll +1.
Okay. I
11.
rolled a 10, so 11. Yeah.
Cool. So Benjamin says, whatever you need, let's go get them. Okay. Let's go help them out. They look like they're in trouble. After you.
They will be in a couple moments. So yeah. So let's go.
Okay. So you head over. We're gonna stick with you.
Okay.
Okay. You're heading over there.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin is by your side,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the larger, broader figure just chest pump. Rhett kind of goes flying back a foot or two. He takes a negative status. He's kind of like trying to gather himself. JR is like, whoa, that just happened. And you see this happen. And what happens now?
I'm gonna turn to Benjamin and, hey Benji, have that badge ready.
Okay.
And because I don't know that he's
No,
right.
you don't. Yeah,
Okay,
you don't.
So I'm gonna tell him, like, have that badge ready, and I'm gonna whistle really loudly, which I can't do. But
Can somebody whistle?
yeah,
You really need that to happen.
I can't do the yeah.
There you
We
go.
all suck.
And I'm gonna call out
You need a whistle
to
app.
I'm gonna call out to Rhett, and like, Rhett,
What?
you need some help over there?
So Rhett,
I want to take that beat before I answer, so that way you have to like turn away from whatever you're doing. Like you're like, I'm imagining you like yelling what, like, but not looking at me, and I don't say anything until you look at me.
Okay. So I look at you.
Yeah, and
he's
then
like,
I say
he's kind of looking at the ground like, what?
yeah.
No, I think I go like more command, like what, and then I look at you and I say, "What are you gonna do?"
Well, I have a lovely law enforcement officer here that might be able to negotiate whatever's happening here.
Benjamin,
Benji, you're up, bud.
you might want to talk to these folks.
Okay, so Benjamin kind of jumps in. Whoa, hey, what's going on here? And what seems to be a problem? And so
I really just wanted to make Frankie have an interaction with himself. Right?
And then, officer, I'm so sorry. Apparently, there seems to be a problem with with my friend here, my friend Rocky, and these gentlemen here. Gentlemen, again, I'm so sorry. What I don't know. What can we do for you?
Hey, Rocky accosted me first.
Okay, well, hey, Rhett, would you just calm down? Just calm down, all right? Just calm down. Rhett, calm down. All right. Now, so what'd you say your name was? My name is Garrick. All right, Garrick. Can you guys? Is everybody cool? Can we just move along? All right.
Wait, Benjamin. You can't let him go along that way.
Well, why can't I?
These guys are involved with whatever is going on here. I know it.
Oh, Rhett, do you have any proof?
No, but when I started asking...
Okay, move
You're gonna chime
along.
in anytime soon?
Gentlemen,
I'm ready to chime in.
Move along. So,
Okay, can
for
I
whatever
change the
reason,
game?
now the rapport that you have with Benjamin is below shitty.
Yeah, no.
And so anything he says, you're like, he's just dismissing you. He's sending those gentlemen off. The gentleman Rocky, he announced his name, Rocky, which was the broader figure, and Garrick seemed to be kind of like moving down the alleyway, just kind of looking like what the f was that for?
I'd like to change the game.
JR, what do you want to do?
I would like to freeze time and check all the 2 shadow figures' pockets and coats and everything.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's a change the game. I believe that's a much more
Take a risk?
That's a much more riskier move.
All right.
And I believe that's what we need to do in this case.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So JR is going to perform a take the risk. Again, explain how you're going to do that.
Well, I'm going to freeze time. So what my code is, I take my fist and I go like this. All right?
That's how you activate
Yeah, that's
it?
how I activate it.
Okay.
Out of this world.
So I put my fist together. Like my own fist pump.
Do I know this about you?
Well, I think all of us know a little bit about each other.
I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Sort of.
Yeah.
But,
I'm asking you.
Well, we'll find out.
I'm asking if you've done this before in my presence or described it to me, or...
Well, we did have that one night together.
We did not.
Not that. Never mind.
Nope.
I'm going to say after that encounter, no, they don't.
So no, you don't know about this
You don't know
stuff.
about this.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you can evoke
I'm good.
a freezing time power tag.
Yes.
So you're gonna roll +1, and you're gonna perform a take the risk. Okay.
Okay. So I'm rolling.
Okay.
7.
All right. So things get a little messy. Quote. You can You can give burn a tag. I can complicate things for you. I can deny something you want, or I can give you a status. You pick 2 of the 3.
So I didn't pass, is what you're saying.
It's a semi-pass. Okay. In this case, and City of Mists plays a little interesting in this case is you have options as to what's going to go down right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I can give you a tag, or I can give you a status. You can burn a tag. I can complicate things for you, or I can deny you something you want.
Would the tag be like in possessions of one of the people's pockets or something like that?
So if I burn a tag, I'm burning it on something of my choice or your choice?
I'll let you would I would give you the choice.
Okay. I can burn a power tag.
Burn a tag, and
Yep.
then what's the second one?
Oh, what was the other thing?
I can give you a status. I can complicate things, or I can deny you something you want.
Give me a status.
Okay, I'll give you a status.
So I have to burn a tag?
So you're gonna burn a tag, and I'm gonna give you a status. So JR sees him walking away. To himself thinks, no, this isn't happening. You do whatever this is. As you do this, you freeze time. You freeze time, and you make your way. You walk over to the 2 gentlemen. You reach into their pockets, and in one of them you reach into both pockets, and in both pockets you find 2 loaded handguns. Okay, but as you start free time back up, okay, you are in the inconspicuous position of having their handguns in your hand. You aren't able to start time in an advantageous position. Okay, so you have Garrett's handgun in his hands. You start time up, and he looks at you with his gun in your hand. Okay,
That's awesome.
and you take the status. Bad timing. 1.
You can use those if you want. Just use the right ones.
Okay. To Chloe Neptune. Chloe, you were in the library. You're kind of in the corner. You've linked up with JR. You've told him what's going on.
Yep.
Okay, now what do you do?
I tell him I'm going upstairs and to let everyone know.
So you're starting to go upstairs, and
I want to sneak up.
you want to sneak upstairs.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to perform a sneak around, and what can we apply to that move?
I am stealthy, and can I use my precognition to like Look ahead, look around the corner.
I'll allow it. Okay, so we'll do perform a sneak around.
Okay.
We're gonna roll plus the power of 2. Okay.
Cool. Ugh. So that's gonna be a 6.
Okay. So, as you move sneakily, as you start to make your way up to the 3rd story, all of a sudden you get a fist palm straight to the nose, and you fly back. You take bloody nose status 2.
Am I able to use my defensive actions?
You may.
Okay, I can do that as well.
And you're like completely gazed, right? You start seeing stars, and as your vision comes clear, you see Gretchen there. Gretchen's like, "I'm sorry, dear. Where do you think you're going?" Okay, so Gretchen just you take face palm to the nose 2. And you're going to take a Seeing Stars 1. Seeing Stars is an ongoing tag that will affect your mental clarity. You want to roll Face Danger, okay? And you're going to Face Danger, which is 2d6 plus any defensive tags that you have. So it looks like...
I can block an attack with a Force Shield.
Sure, yeah, all right. So we're going to roll plus 1, okay?
All right. 5, 6.
So you take the full force of the hand face palm to the nose. Where do you think you're going, dearie?
Just looking around. That was a hard hit for a little old lady.
Yep, I'm super sorry, but you're not allowed up to the 3rd story.
Oh, you know, I've been here before.
It's completely forbidden. I cannot allow it.
All right. So I just want to sneak away.
All right, so you kind of like you sneak away, like. All
right, thanks. Let me go behind the bookcase.
All right. So just as a reminder, we have the face palm or bloody nose 2 and a Seeing Stars 1.
All right.
I'm gonna go to Danica. Danica, what's going on?
So, time stopped, and JR moved from one position to another position and is now holding a gun. And that happened for me.
Am I holding it right at Garrett at this point?
You're standing next to, if Garrick if Tim is Garrick,
mm-hmm.
and I'm JR. Time stops being frozen, and you're like.
All right.
Right? And you're like, this is yours.
So did he grab both guns or just Garrett's?
You were able to determine that both, you're like, oh, this guy's got a gun, and then, oh shit, Garrick's got a gun too, and then time turned back.
Okay. What you got there, JR? And I'm going to move a little bit behind Benji.
Okay. So as I understand it right now,
mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get an understanding of where everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Rhett.
I'm sorry. We have Danica, and then Rhett, and then Benjamin, and then maybe about 15 or 20 feet from Benjamin is JR, Garrick, and Rocky.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I come too at this point, or am I still waiting for him?
I kind of want to,
I want to see what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What does Garrick look like? What can I see his reaction or from his reaction?
Garrick is blonde-haired, fair skin, blue eyes. Okay, but it's darker, obviously. Mm-hmm. He's wearing a longer jacket with a hood on. He's wearing military-grade boots and just baggy pants. He doesn't look like he's not well dressed.
Okay.
There's not much there.
What is his
reaction.
Yeah, what's his like emotional reaction to seeing JR
It's more
with his gun?
It's shock, but not fear.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Should probably hand that over to the officer, JR. Not sure where that exactly came from, but we don't need to escalate things here, do we?
So you're kind of speaking loudly now.
Yeah.
Because we're like about 20 feet. So okay. So vocally, we're trying to convey that whatever just happened.
And
trying to
that'd
quell
be-
the situation.
I'm also trying to like speak loudly and distract everybody from the fact that he just appeared over there with a gun. So if I just kind of like forget how he got it, let's just deal with the gun situation first, and hopefully we can just gloss over the fact that somehow he moved that 15 feet in a split second.
I wanted to make it known that Garrick knows it's his gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he appeared with a gun.
Right.
And he has this.
Yeah.
He's confused as if whose gun that is.
Yeah.
Right.
He knows that it's his gun.
And I'd be willing. I'll look over there. I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to turn this into the officer, and you will find multiple prints on this gun.
And I slap Benji and say, "Go get it."
Hey.
So I freely walk over for Officer Benjamin, and
He's
I
helping
give
bail
him
you out of this situation.
I
know
give
what
him
I'm
this
on.
gun.
I need to think of like some fundamental move that one of you guys is performing here. Are we convincing? Are you convincing?
I'm trying to
think-
pacify the situation.
If
So I
anything,
don't-
we're convincing Benjamin to approach him with to take the gun from JR.
It seems like you're trying to change the game or give yourself an advantage in a pacifying way.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
that works in this situation.
Okay.
So, why don't we have you roll,
Okay.
Jeremy?
I'd probably do-
Danica. And you would roll. Again, I believe you want to do good in this situation, so you're going to do your roll +1.
I'd like to use the power tag respect for all life as well. Like trying to remove a deadly weapon from the equation.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, so we're going to change the game, and we're going to roll +2.
Okay.
Okay.
7.
All right. So you tell Danica, or you tell JR. JR, hey, I don't know what's going on here, man. But why don't you give this gentleman back his gun? Why don't we just kind of chill out? Is that kind of engaging the conversation correctly?
I want that gun given to
Officer
Benji.
Benjamin.
Okay.
Like that is, I don't want it because I don't know who it belongs to.
Okay. So
Right? Like I wouldn't know who it belongs to.
Right, I guess
Okay.
not.
I want to hand it over to the officer in charge here. Yeah.
Okay. So so
Poor Officer Benjamin.
So JR is a little bit confused, right? Do you have any negative statuses?
Just
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
just
yeah,
the
yeah.
bad timing.
Bad timing one. Okay, so you are going to then slowly make your way, and you're frozen. You're like what do I do with my hands, kind of thing, because you're still just getting shocked that gun just appeared in your hands when the time started back up again. So you're like, yeah, Danica, sure thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna move this direction. And Garrick is like, hey, what are you doing? What? That is my gun. And so he grapples you. Okay, for fear that he doesn't want to get shot. He doesn't want you to shoot him. He grapples you, try to grab the gun from you. I'm gonna go to Rhett. Rhett, what happens now?
I look at Benjamin and say, "You see this?" And then is Benjamin reacting to this at all?
Benjamin is now very well aware. He sees the gun, and he moves in to subdue the situation. But he's just going to join into the scrap. He's not going to engage in any other way besides trying to remove the weapon.
Okay, so could I use juice? Are there any like rocks or debris around that I can pick up and grab?
Yeah, if you want to use juice to generate like gravel,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and we can do that.
So I'm gonna pick up a rock and I'm going to toss it at Garrick, and I'm gonna use tap into my kinetic energy to make that stronger, and just to nail him as hard as I can.
Don't hit me. Just don't hit me.
So
I might hit you. I'm sorry.
and you have juice to spend, is that right?
I do have juice to spend.
Okay, so you use juice to generate gravel.
Yeah.
So the story tag gravel is used. You perform a toe-to-toe. Let's do.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Perform a
If he's gonna
toe-to-toe.
go after my homie.
And what power tags could you use to perform a toe-to-toe?
So tap into kinetic energy. I can charge items to explode, but I'm not going to do that this time. Yeah, protecting the innocent.
Okay, so we'll roll
that's
plus 2.
2.
Cool.
6.
6. So as you pick up the gravel and you throw it at Garrick, and Rocky jumps in front of the stones, and it just like ding ding just pounces right off of him. At that moment, Garrick is able to get the handgun away from JR, and he performs a bat transfiguration and flies away into the 3rd-story window of the library. Rocky, then, standing there by himself, bolts down that same hallway, making his way towards the bottom door, the door of the 1st floor of the library. Everyone's like now just like, I just saw a bat, or someone transform into a bat and fly away with the gun now gone. Chloe, what are you gonna do?
Is my link still active?
Your link is still active.
Did I just read his mind in here? Like, see all that shit too from that link?
Let's say you pick up
Or-
visions of it and say it's
Okay.
everyone's got their own little thing going on, so it's a little hard to get the whole picture.
But something.
Plus the effect is
I have the feeling something shady or
I think
something.
it's more of
something
a
wrong.
feeling
Yeah, it's
than
a
it is
feeling.
like a
yeah,
strong
yeah.
vision,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So she's going down.
You've now taken. You have a bloody nose.
Oh, yeah.
Gretchen is. She's right there. She's a sweet old lady. But
Yeah, I'm hiding from
she
her.
just hit the shit out of you.
Yeah. Damn lady.
What would you like
So,
to
I want to use the juice to get rid of the seeing stars.
do? Okay. We can go ahead and do that.
And I also want to. So I'm a little pissed because what the hell, lady? So I want to sneak around and find Gretchen.
Okay.
And I want to. So in a big library, there's probably like a fire extinguisher and a fire hose, probably.
There's a fire extinguisher on each, on just the 1st and the 2nd story of the library.
Is a fire hose?
There's no fire hose. I
No.
don't know.
Okay.
There's a fire suppressant system though.
Are
know what
there
I'm saying?
stairs?
There's stairs leading to the first
What are they
to
made?
the second.
What are they
and
made
second-
out of?
Wood.
All wood.
It's a very wood. I mean, it's a library. It's a lot of paper, a lot of wood.
All right.
A lot of
But there's
flammable.
sprinklers, right, and like pipes.
There's fire suppressant systems on the 2nd story and the 1st story.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm talking about, like the little sprinkler ones that come from the ceiling.
Are there
Then
pipes
if
though or
they're-
no?
There's no exposed pipes. No.
No. Okay.
The 2nd story is full of books, like that image that I had on the whiteboard previously. It's like there's full walls that are made of just the books stacked up on top of each other. There's hallways that are archways made of the books, kind of, stacked up in that way formed.
People take
Got
selfies
it.
in there all the time.
Yeah, it's like a destination.
Okay. So where's Gretchen standing right now?
Gretchen is very much right in front of that 2nd story, the staircase leading to the 3rd story.
Is there any bookcases next to her?
There's like the bookcase or the
Bookshelves.
there's the stairs, and then on either end, sort of framing it, are books.
Oh, so like.
It's in that 2nd story. There's books everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
And those shelves are like freestanding.
There's a lot of freestanding bookshelves, yeah.
And they're like right around her, right?
Yeah.
Like all around her.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So I'm sneaking. So I am going to surprise her, and I want to use.
I'm so sorry. I have to mention this detail about Gretchen. Gretchen carries with her a walking stick.
Shotgun?
No. She has no shotgun, but she has a walking stick. Okay, she has this kind of like hobbles with the stick. Moving on. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Daredevil with the.
Okay.
I'll be close.
So you want to perform a sneak around?
Yeah. So
we're trying again to sneak around.
Well, I'm trying to sneak up on her, and what I want to do is I want to use my power tags of Immobilize to trap her there, and also Telekinesis to cause the bookcases to fall on her.
Okay.
Or at least the books all to like pile up on her and hit her on the head, and knock her out.
So I think we're gonna take the risk.
Okay.
And I think we can perform. I don't know if. I think we have to go with one or the other, like either a mobilizer or try and use our telekinesis to. That wouldn't apply to the books. I guess we're more or less trying to immobilize her. Is that accurate? Because what are we going to do with the books?
Well, I want to knock her out.
How are we going to knock her out?
The bookcases.
We're going to just push the bookcases. We're going to push the books on her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just going to push the bookcases. All right. So let's however, I don't know what power tags would apply in order to accomplish that feat.
I'm being stealthy. She doesn't see me. And
Okay.
my telekinesis, I was going to use Immobilize too, but if I can only choose one.
Telekinesis is wouldn't affect the books or pushing the books on top of her in any way, would it? I don't
What's his use of this
Telekinesis?
telekinesis?
Huh?
That's what.
Yeah, telekinesis.
We're gonna use our mind
Yeah,
to
move
push the
stuff,
book.
yes.
I'm sorry, I had this
I think
thought
you're thinking
of you just like
telepathy, maybe?
pushing
Yeah.
the books. Okay.
Oh, no,
so-
no, I'm sneaking, I'm away from her.
Okay, so we'll roll plus 2. We're gonna use telekinesis
Okay.
to push the books with our mind. The spoon.
All right.
Oh, what's up?
10, 12.
10, 12.
Nice.
All right.
She's down.
The sweet old lady.
She
With
had
her stick up in the air while
She
she
had
goes
it
down.
coming.
After that bloody
Okay,
nose.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
So you're in the corner, and you take a moment to silence your mind. All of a sudden, the big bookshelf starts to wobble, and it kind of goes up on one sort of corner
Angle, yeah.
angle, and she looks up at it in fear. But what she doesn't see is you are also controlling the other bookshelf on the other side of her, doing the same motion. And so as she steps back to get out of the way of the one bookshelf from now falling on top of her, the one behind her collapses, and the books fall on top of her. She takes a status.
Dead.
Knocked out.
She's not dead. But she's definitely, we'll say, she's definitely prone for the moment.
Okay.
Okay? In which case, now what would you like to do?
I'm rushing up the third floor.
You rush up to the third floor. You rush up
Bye.
to the third floor. JR, what do you want to do?
I would love. How long has this been since they fled? Maybe 30 seconds?
It's been like a minute, not even. You're
I would like
you're
to-
within a minute, there's seconds.
So I'd love to reset time.
Okay.
Round 2. And when I reset time, I'd like to go back to where I had the gun in my hand, but now, since I know what the time is, it's pointing at Garrett's head. Or Jarrett's head, whatever his name is. Garrett's head.
Garrett.
So you want to change, you want to reset time, but then also manipulate the events that occurred?
Well, no, I'm just, now I already know what the future's going to hold, so I'm holding the gun at his head.
Okay. So,
I already know what's coming to be, because I'm the one that's resetting it.
reset time. All right. So, I think as the DM, I'm always just like I'm like, wow, okay, cool, you can do that. All right, sweet. So I believe we're gonna take the risk.
Do I get my juice back then?
Huh?
Do I get my juice back then?
It depends on how well he rolls. So then,
How many juice did I get? Did I get any at all or no?
Not from the
You
your
do
last
not
time.
gain
No,
any
okay.
juice. No. JR.
I have a short-term reset.
Short-term reset. Okay, so we're gonna roll +1.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so the bat like flaps out of the window, right? and Rocky just like running back, okay, and as the bat, he transforms back into Garrick in his human form, and at that point in time, now Benjamin and JR and Garrick are in the clench, all fighting over the gun. Okay? Danica, what's going on? What do you do right now?
Does anybody besides you experience the reversal of time, or are we just simply there again?
Nobody else experiences. Everybody.
do you choose who's-
Everyone in that scene is going to experience the reset,
Okay.
Except for him.
Except for JR.
except for JR, who is aware, obviously,
Right.
of the abilities he has.
Okay.
And what he just
All
was
right.
able.
So I'm just
I hate that you were able to do that.
I'm just there again. No, yeah,
So I still don't have control of the gun, though. You're not giving me the control of the gun.
you didn't have
Okay.
control
You,
of it before.
Benjamin, and
Well, I had it for a second, then he grabbed me.
Nah.
Okay.
Everyone's in the clench trying to. I just imagine everyone like trying to fight over this gun, and Benjamin's kind of he's a little fumbly, so he's not necessarily. He's just trying to get it also.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I shout, "Don't let them get away" this time?
Sure, shout it at whoever you want.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't let them get away this
Did-
time.
okay.
That's gonna be really weird because none of them are gonna know what you mean by this time.
Right,
But I love.
okay.
Well, but Danica was already picking up on it because they're like, well, how do you get from there to there in 15 feet? Like,
That's true. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a little
that's
bit
a
of
stretch.
curiosity.
You're
It's-
perceptive.
Yeah, perception.
I am perceptive.
He had me at "Don't let him get away."
So I have no juice at this point, and I don't know if I would have earned it along the way or whatever.
I don't think you have any juice.
Okay, because I've rolled fairly well, but I don't know. So I honestly don't know what I can do right now because I have no way to use anything to change the situation. Like, yeah, I just feel kind of jammed up. So I'm going to do identical actions that I already did,
Okay.
I guess, because I don't have anything that can
I think upon
change the outcome.
him saying "Don't let him get away"
again.
but I didn't even hear the again. By the second, I have ran towards both Garrick and Rocky, and
Well, hold on, because I don't want to skip
yeah, no worries.
Jeremy here. I mean, you have transfer life, and I'm trying to think how you could maybe apply that.
Yeah,
you
but
have that
like-
sweet Ducati. You could maybe do something with the Ducati.
It's like 100 feet away.
Is it?
It's
Is
across
it
the street.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess it's a little bit further.
Yeah.
Are you locked up with Benjamin?
yeah. It's,
Give bodies aura of life. I mean, there's
everybody's
you-
alive.
you-
That's what I mean. Like I don't have, like everybody else has gotten juice to be able to do things, and I haven't yet. And I don't know if it's because of how I've rolled or whatever. I'm just like I'm looking at changing the game, but it's all using juice to do stuff, and I'm looking at all this other.
We
So
don't have to-
I don't
you
know. Like
you don't necessarily. You don't need to use juice to change the game. You
Okay.
gain juice when you change the game,
okay.
and then you can then apply it.
But I didn't change the game. I took the
Alright.
risk.
Afterwards.
So the
Yeah.
last time that I changed the game, I didn't get juice.
The last time you changed the game, I'm trying to remember what you. How
I called out to JR to turn over the gun to like try to convince him. And
Yes.
I believe I said that
whatever.
you got 2 juice.
I did not.
Okay.
That's why I was like, you have juice. You have juice. Like, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong?
No,
Am I not like?
So when
Yeah.
if you're changing the game, I'm trying to think when you yelled out to JR.
The sequence had moved fast.
I don't remember. I just
He had yelled out to JR to peacefully resolved, so we wouldn't have to fire that gun. Like, so no guns would have been fired at the time.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was up to Jeremy rolling or something along the lines.
You haven't rolled any 10s.
I have. I rolled an 11 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been tracking pretty well the story, so I'm a little confused of where it missed.
Yeah, I don't know. I've rolled like a 9, an 11. I don't know. Like, I don't want to jam up the game or anything. I'm just like, I feel stuck, and I don't know if it's because I'm not grasping the mechanics, or if I missed something, or if I didn't hear you say something, or whatever.
It's so weird.
So
I feel
like,
you've been on top of it.
yeah, I don't think Danica would do anything different. She would just do the thing that she did before.
Okay, so which is what? Let's just move forward.
Yeah, which is...
Well, we're in the struggle now, though.
We're in the struggle.
Yeah.
So that was before the struggle. We're back. We're in the struggle now.
Right.
There's gravel. There's a story. That's a story tag that's in place.
Okay.
It's still in place. There you could. I mean, if I'm in your position, and I don't know if that's an appropriate thing, but I might consider going into the library.
Yeah.
You know, I might consider just jumping on the pile. You know.
Nope. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because that is for Neanderthals, and I am not one of those. I think I'm just going to take cover and wait until this resolves itself.
Okay.
If somebody gets hurt, then I will step in to help, but otherwise I'm not going to be part of this scuffle. And also there's a gun involved, and I just don't want to get shot.
All right.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
So I don't know what cover there is. I'm assuming I could probably duck into like an alcove of a building, or you know, just go around the corner, so that way I still can keep an eye on what's going on. But I don't want to risk getting hurt, and these idiots are
what if
wrestling over a gun. So
what if we did, for the sake of story, okay? What if Danica, in some form of frustration, I guess, because she does. I mean, even her character feels like a little bit like I can't really do much. Right now.
Yes, I have some weakness tags of anxious and angry,
Right.
but also trauma reenactment. So I'm like, I'm not interested in seeing people getting shot anymore.
Right. Well, what if we performed a look beyond the mist
Okay.
to get some information?
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing you can do physically to investigate that's going to allow you to like gain some new understanding of the situation.
Yeah.
But we can look beyond the mist, and in which case you have one mythos theme book.
Yeah.
So we would be rolling 2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
And why don't we do this before you roll? Why don't we determine what your mythos, your river Styx, what you might be searching for, or looking, or what kind of message you're struggling to find, and that can maybe help us in this situation.
I think just probably just general guidance to transition from where we are to somewhere else, like into a better state of understanding.
Okay.
So the river is the conduit, I guess, through which to accomplish that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love it. Go ahead. Roll plus 1.
8.
Okay. So these buffoons, these Neanderthals, are trying to get this gun, and you are stepped off to the side. You kind of have a good guarded position, and your frustration, your little bit of this anxiety, kind of overcomes you. And as it overcomes you, you feel yourself, your physical self, reaching in to the river Styx, and as the river Styx presents itself to you, you see the river, you see the flow, and on the water itself is floating these bookshelves, and the books are falling off the shelf, and open to one of these books is this circular emblem. And in front of it, in Boston gold, it just says, "The Council." And the book then closes by hands. And Breach, sort of standing up from the water, holding the book in her hand, is Gretchen.
Okay.
And your vision ends.
All right.
Okay.
You should end it.
Do we
right
want
there.
to?
I think we need to end it right there.
Okay.
That was good.
It was a cool ending. Man, I have
Ooh.
a whole like.
Ooh, hold on, I got a little bit there.
I have a whole like thing to
Yeah, let's
do at
close
the
up. I
end,
think we're a
but,
little over an hour, so let's close up.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, thank you for watching our City of Mist, Beginning of Truth scenario campaign. My name is Frankie. I am your Master of Ceremonies.
I am Tim from Tabletop Takeovers.
John from Tabletop Takeovers.
Jordan from Went Up to Nerd.
And Jeremy from D20 Adventure Realm.
So thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, have your notifications on. Check us next time. I think what we're going to do the next one, guys.
We're on every Wednesday, so this one will be back in 2 weeks.
So we're gonna. This will be part 3.
Part 3 in 2
of
weeks.
This encounter in 2 weeks. Put it on your calendar because I think
Yeah.
it's gonna end really strong. So thanks, guys.
But
Appreciate
Catch
it.
you on the next one.
Oh yeah, and we always end. Grab some friends.
And play some games.
Have a good night.
All right. Wait, what? Are we recording?
It's recording, but
Okay.
we're just
We'll do
setting
an
up.
intro.
You know what you're saying? Oh, can
Do you want me?
Can you get this handwritten garbage out of my face?
Whoa!
That's,
It didn't go anywhere.
It comes back.
just in case.
Do you want the intro to say Tabletop Takeover? Tabletop Tuesday?
Tabletop Tuesday.
Who's doing
It's not an episode.
Tabletop Tuesday.
You're doing it.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I don't know why you're still here, but like, follow, subscribe, and you can catch all kinds of other ridiculous stuff
Yeah.
like this.
Hold on, and John will probably put something right here. Yeah.
I'm right here.
You're excited. Feel these.
Wait, what?
All right, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.